Okay, welcome back to Sefeo podcast, and this time we have a really beautiful lady with us as the guest star. She's a friend of mine, and also at the same time, she's also the Sefeo members here. So give it up for Silmi. Hey, Silmi, how are you?
Hello, Adrian. How are you? You
I'm
good?
great. Yeah, I'm great. Thank you for
Yeah,
asking. Yeah, so
good.
how is life so far? Like, what kind of activity that you have done recently?
Um, Life is treating me pretty good and pretty tough. It's kind of hard. I'm in the middle of writing my thesis, and that's pretty tough. But I try to, yeah, I try to hold on.
I see. Well, I wish you good luck on that. Anyway, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for attending this today's episodes, and we're gonna talk about a yes man. I believe that you have heard about this one before.
Yeah, we just did talk about it.
So, what do you think about this anyway? Like a yes man. Back then, when I was in high school, there's this friend of mine. Like, he couldn't really say no to people. Well, let's not talk about my friends. Let's me on the other hand. I found myself that really hard to say no to people. What about you?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's just really hard to say no to people, especially the people
Mm,
that we've been knowing for a long time. For example, our friends, our family members. But we are just human, and sometimes we also, we cannot fulfill everybody's wishes
mm,
every day, right? Or all the
right,
time. Yeah.
right.
So.
hmm Yeah, but in my case, I was a bit different. It's like totally when I said that I was totally hard to refuse people, it was literally hard to refuse. Because I was gonna feel bad about myself. I was gonna feel bad about those who request me to do something. Like I didn't have a heart to reject. It was really tough to the point that I wasn't
Yeah.
really happy about things. Um, in your opinion, like is it like entirely a bad thing becoming a yes man, or what? Like, is it actually does it actually bring advantage for a person? What do you think?
Being a yes man is a face of being a nice guy or a nice person. And I
Mhm.
think that it's not entirely bad. It
Mhm.
can be good too.
Oh,
When we simply just agree with other people's opinions, with other
mhm.
people statements, and for example, they ask us to do something, and then we just agree with
Right.
that, and we feel like it's not a burden for us. Then why not? So let's do it. Just do it.
Right. But in my case, back then, I I wasn't really happy about things, even though I accepted the request. I think that was my mistake, my bad. I didn't have a heart to say no. I didn't. I wasn't strong enough to refuse people. So then again, if we talk about career, like where we work, which means like we have a leader, we have a CEO or something like that. So do you think that it is good for us to be a yes man in a company, or what? Like every time they want us to do something, we always say yes. Do you think?
um,
What do you think about that?
yeah. So yeah, this is about the work and our work in our workplace, and about the job. I think that it's more crucial. It's more crucial
Mhm.
than our daily basis activities, or something that happened in our high school
Mhm.
era, right? I mean, this is about
Right.
work. It's more challenging, and it's more in the next level, in another
Mhm.
level, right?
Mhm.
I think
Right.
that we have to stand for ourselves sometimes. I mean, it's okay to refuse, it's okay to say
Mm.
no. It's okay to have another ideas. It's okay to be opposite from what our coworkers say or our boss says, I guess. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Like, well, in your opinion, like, what drive people to be a yes man anyway? Like, there's always
Um,
cause, right?
yeah, what drives people to be a yes man? Probably that's because they don't have enough power to refuse the person. I mean, the person that they, the partner. I mean, they don't have the power to say no because maybe they are not confident enough about themselves, and they just like they're afraid maybe, or they worry about some things, right?
Something like what? Like, probably people will
Something,
hate them or something,
yeah.
mhm.
Something like, so if they refuse and if they say no, if they reject other people's opinion, maybe they're afraid that other people will dislike them and no longer want to be friends with them. And also, something that to be not liked in the community.
Right. Have you ever felt like that? Like, you feel like if you reject them, it's you think that they're going to make you an enemy or something. Have you felt like that in your entire life?
Let me think, because I kind of forget. But as far as I know, I am in a very positive and a very great community, in a very great environment. And those toxic people, I think I experienced it when I was in high school. Some of my friends disliked me and kind of bullied me. Yeah, and the only thing that I did was to avoid them and try my best to avoid them. But yeah, I kind of got a panic attack a little because I'm an introvert. Yeah, I'm an introvert person. I'm not like not someone who can stand up for myself and then like, yo, you can't hurt me. I'm strong here. Okay, I'm not that type of person.
I talk about introvert. Like, do you think that it happens only introvert people? Experience this kind of thing, like becoming a yes man or something? Do you think it's more often happen to them or what?
Yes, since I am the voice of the introvert person, maybe I can confirm that. Yeah, as an introvert person, yes, that happens to us. But I think that it's not necessarily. Some people can be very confident. They can be very confident and stand up for themselves.
Do you think that we can learn how to control ourselves, not to be a yes man, even though that it's hard, even though that it's already in your blood, like you are actually a yes man? Do you think that we can learn how to change?
So there's something to do with our genetic, with being a yes man.
A yes man. Yeah, like it's you like you tend always say yes to people, like it's already in your blood, like no matter how dislike you are about something, you always say, okay, I'll do it, okay, yes, something like that. Do you think that people like that can change eventually?
To be really honest, this is from my own experience. So every time I'm talking about directly, so I meet face to face with the person that I always say yes. Literally, I always say yes to this person. I cannot say no. I cannot refuse. When it comes to directly in person, face to face. But then you know what? When I get back home and then I text her. I text her that sorry, miss. I think that the one that I said yes, I think I couldn't do it. I can't do it. I refuse this person on text. You know, on text message. That's
Uh-huh.
because when I see her face to face, I cannot refuse, and that's kind of a coward, right? That's how I am.
Yeah, right. I think we are on the same boat here because I'm also an introvert. I did kind of same thing too as you, I guess back then. Like,
Really?
yeah, back
You
then
seem
I
like
did
a
the same.
confident
Anyway,
person.
I, I'm not. Let's say I have changed. Okay, to be fair, I have changed.
Yeah,
For some
people
reason, I have
change.
changed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like kind of hard to socialize. Actually, until now, it's kind of hard to socialize with new people. But along the way, that I find out myself that okay, I need to do this. I think it's because of requirements and not requirements, but the need of me. Like I realized that if I keep hiding, if I keep like doing something like that, being in
Being
not
quiet.
socialized, or yes, being quiet and not saying anything about what I feel inside or something, it will impact me really bad in the future anyway. So that's why I decided
Yeah.
to try at least convey what my thought or something, something like that.
Yes, that's right. And we have to do self improvement, and that's what we're doing, right?
Yes.
To always
Right.
improve.
Exactly. So let's continue, okay?
Yeah,
About the
sure.
yes then. All right, Silmi. There's saying that says sometimes it is okay to be a yes man. In your opinion, what kind of context that this statement works?
Sometimes it's okay to be a
Okay
yes
to be a
man.
yes man. What kind of context this statement works?
Sometimes it's okay to be a yes man. Sometimes it's okay to obey people. It's okay to just be humble and like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do it. Somebody asked us to do something. Okay, cool, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I will try my best to do it. Okay, maybe it's just being nice.
Even though that we don't like it.
Oh, yeah. If you didn't mention about even though we don't like it.
Oh,
Of
right.
course,
Okay.
it's
Now
yeah.
let's change the context. Even though that
Yeah.
we don't like it, is it okay to be a
So
yes man?
no, it's kind of not okay. It's kind of not okay, and it will burden us. It will affect our mental health, and then we will be mentally unstable. We will be stressed. To be really honest,
Right.
it's like, oh my god, I said yes to her yesterday, but
Right.
to
Oh
be
my
honest,
God.
I don't like it. I don't want to do it, but what can I do? But I already say yes.
Shit.
Yeah.
Like I can totally relate here. That's what I always say in my heart. Like, dang it, I said
Yeah.
yes. Why did I say that?
Yeah. I
Like,
didn't have the courage to say no.
Exactly. Okay. What do you think? Let's say the situation is like this. I'm going to put you in a situation at a workplace. Okay. Let's say that somebody have their opinion on something, and you think that it's there's something missing from from their idea or something. Like there's something missing there. Like it's not really right. You need to add more. How are you going? How are you going to straight things? Like, are you going to say your thought, or you simply just be quiet about it and go with the plan or something?
Yeah, if that can affect our it can affect everything that we've been working on in that workplace, in that company, for example. I think that we have to speak up. We have to say something if we don't agree. Like, let's just try the another way because I think this one is not effective to because
Mhm.
this is and this is and this is just tell the reasons. I think,
Mm.
but if it's something that doesn't really change everything that we've been working on, I think it's okay. Just keep going. Okay, like that.
Mm. Right, right. Just keep going. Yeah, if it depends on the situation again, right? Like what
Yeah.
what exactly that we are talking about here, and um, do you think that it can being a yes man can prevent somebody progressing, like can prevent somebody from developing themselves or something? Like they can't really go higher. They can't really be the best version of themselves or something. Do you think it can prevent that from happening?
Um, you heard about uh, is it good? There's a question: is it good to be a yes man? And then essentially, being a yes man, some people say that it's being a pleaser, right? What did you
Right,
say about
people
that?
pleasure. People
Yeah,
pleasure. Yeah.
yeah. I think that if that changes us to be that kind of person, pleaser,
Mhm.
it's not good. It will stop us our developing, stop us from developing ourselves. So
Mhm.
yeah, but if it's a positive things like you just being, for example, you're being the assistant of the lecturer, and then you always say yes, right, to the lecturer, and then
Right.
you learn from there though. You learn
Mm.
from there, and um, by saying yes a lot, you learn. There's something that you can learn from it. There are lessons that you can take. So yeah,
Mm.
it depends.
Okay. Um, what scares you the most anyway when you have to like oppose someone's idea, or you're not
Um,
scared at all every time you have to convey your thought to people?
oh no, no, not at all. I am so scared. It scares the heck out of me a lot because especially, let me tell you that my administrator has a characteristic in her that is pretty tough, and like she's not soft person, the
Mhm.
opposite of a soft person. So um,
Right.
she's
Cranky.
really, yeah, stuff like that. So oh my god, every time I want to say my opinion, I I'm always shaking.
Oh my god.
Shaking because she
Okay.
always, yeah, because she always have another things to fire back at me, and that's pretty
Mm.
crazy.
Right. Right. Again, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean anything though. Just I always feel the same. It's not the feel. It's I experience it as always until now. Anyway, every time I want to tell people my thoughts, I'm a bit shaking. Like I can feel my body trembling. Like oh my god, and my overthinking. Like whether or not people will I don't know, like it. What happen if they don't
Yeah,
like it? Will they hate me? Will they hate me or something? Stuff like that coming around in my head. Oh my god.
yeah, we experience the
Um.
same thing.
Right. Out of curiosity, do you have a friend who are basically a yes man?
Mm, um, I am. My circle is mostly are active people and like extroverts, to
Mm,
be honest.
mm,
But it doesn't really
right.
affect me because yeah, it cannot really affect someone else's personality, right?
Yes, exactly. Okay, then. It's what is it? Do you think it's like so that we have already known that it is not necessarily bad being a what is it? I forgot. Being a yes man, is not necessarily bad,
Uh-huh.
right? So, compared to being a straightforward person, which one's better in your opinion?
It's always good to be a straightforward person. It's always good to speak up your voice and not stay quiet all the time to tell what's in your mind, what do you think, your opinions, and everything. It's always good. And I think that it will make you developed a lot by that yourself or your
Mm,
self development. But there's still ways that I have to figure out how to gain that courage to be able to
mhm.
be a straightforward
Right,
person.
right. Mhm. Do you have any tips, like probably your ways so far in order to, at least be straightforward, or probably just avoid being a yes man or something? Do you have some kind of suggestion?
That's actually what I am seeking right now.
Oh, no
I was
way.
about to ask you. I was about to ask you. Do you have
Oh.
any tips? And if you have, please just share it to me because I need it.
I, from my opinion, it's just like we really need to consider a situation that we are in. Like you told us earlier, I think it's a really great factor here. Like every time you want to say some things, you kind of think about like what kind of situation that you are in. Like, is it going to affect anything in my life or something? So that's the thing that I do first. Consider the things that I'm in, or the situation that I'm in right now. And the second one is just like being polite, of course. Every time that every time I think being straightforward is not entirely good too. It's a bit ironic because people might dislike you for some reasons. People might get misunderstood you for some reasons. So it's always better to probably we're not going to be silent. We're not going to be quiet about things, but at the same time we're not going to be really straightforward too. Just like conveying our thoughts in a really good way, to the point that they really want to see our point, that they see that our point, this is exactly that we mean. Like we can agree with that, but there is some part of their idea that we don't really agree. So probably that's the second thing. And I think that's it. The last thing is just be confident about yourself, like and about the yes man itself. Like if you feel like you can't do it, probably you just say no, and make a
The
excuse
polite
for yourself
way,
that you can,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
in a polite way, like reviews it in a polite way. I'm sorry, I can't do it. It's just beyond me or something. But when
Yeah,
it comes
yeah.
to work, it's kind of hard to reject sometimes, because we have this kind of, I don't know, hierarchy. Where they're in higher position than us. So
Yeah.
sometimes
We
we have
have
to
to
say
be
yes.
honest
Yeah,
that we cannot
right.
do it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, stuff like that. Okay, I guess that will be all, Silmi. Thank you so much for coming to this podcast, especially
Oh,
into
this
this
is all?
episode.
This is all?
Yeah, I think this is all.
Okay.
It's nice talking to you regarding the yes man. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice talking to
Uh-huh.
you too.
All right, Silmi. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye. See you.
See you.